Hi, I'm Maria Rincon McMahon from Keller Williams, Dallas Preston Road. I've been licensed for about 10 years, and a lot of times I get asked, what's my why? And a lot of people will tell you, you need to know your why and find your why before you can get started. I wanted to say that a lot of times you're not always going to know your why right from the beginning. And so you don't want to wait to get started until you found it. What I would encourage you to do is to surround yourself with people who are crystal clear on their why and people that will guide you and support you in finding yours. That's why I joined Keller Williams over 10 years ago. And when I joined, I was a single mom with two one-year-old twin boys. We had just left a really rough situation. I had no money. I had no car. I had not worked for over a year. And at that point, it was really about survival. And then I went to a Keller Williams Bold class. And I stood up and decided to share on day one in front of about 100 to 150 people my story and how I was really struggling at the time. And the coach put me on the spot and asked me point blank, what time do you wake up in the morning? At that time, I said, well, it was around 7 a.m. And he made me pledge in front of all of those people that if I did not wake up at 5:30 a.m. every day for the rest of Bold, which was 7 weeks, that I needed to look at my kids, Liam and Luca, and tell them that mommy doesn't love you enough to wake up early. And while that is a very clear way of saying, knowing what you have to say no to in order to do the hard thing, I think it was, for me, life-changing. I did start waking up early. I still wake up at 5:30 to this day, and it's changed my life. But even more so, I realized that by looking at them and telling them no, that I didn't love them enough to do the hard thing, I was also really telling myself that I didn't love them enough to build a successful life and to pursue my dreams. And so what I would encourage you all to do is to get really, really clear on when you are not willing to do the hard thing, who are you saying no to? A lot of times that might just be yourself, right? Do you love yourself enough to wake up and do the hard thing that's going to drive success in your life? So that's one thing I would encourage you to do. Another thing is that your why is often going to change because you are going to change. So at that point, it was really about survival and about, feeding my kids and making sure that we could have a healthy life. And now, over 10 years later, I've had a very successful career. I'm married. I have a beautiful family. And now my why is really about building a big life for my family and about building generational wealth for my kids and their grandkids. And so it changes a lot as you change. So my recommendation for you all is don't wait to find your why to get started. Surround yourself with people who are super clear on their why, who will help support and guide you. And know that you are worth it, and that when you are not willing to get up and do the hard thing or to take the leap or to take the risk, that you are telling yourself that you're not worth doing the hard thing. So you're worth it, and make sure that you surround yourself with amazing people.